On the issue of water management in this country, we've got to recognise that Australia is is the driest continent on this earth, and so we've got to be very smart with the way in which we develop a strategy to provide water for the various interests within this country. And I think, from one of the things that we must look at is environmental and cultural water flows down our Murray-Darling system must be at the forefront of all policies, and we must recognise and work out the need to balance the two in terms of economic development and the use for environmental flows to be timed with Aboriginal cultural needs, which deals with specific wetlands and the breeding cycles of birds, and we also must take into account as well that at certain times in the year we have international migratory birds arriving into Australia, and these things have created all sorts of problems if we're not allocating water and allowing the environmental flows to occur so that they coincide with those significant events that are basically on the Aboriginal cultural calendar every year. We also need to think about, letting water flow right through the river system for the crayfish, for the mussels, for the shrimps, for the fish when they're spawning at the right time. So there's got to be an appropriate methodology established, but we have to do that in consultation with Aboriginal people who understand how those things work, because there's a lot of us in New South Wales who still have a clear understanding of how that works, and we can balance that with economic flows for our farmers and for our primary producers. And I think that's a very simple thing. It's a very simple process, and I don't think there's really any great concern in terms of being able to locate solutions.